Hello, Kaiko here, and welcome to the chaos. Let's go. Did you hear the news? Escoffier is coming back for a cooking contest. Wait, seriously? Escoffier in a cooking contest? Now that I've got to see. I don't get it. Why would anyone in their right mind challenge her to a cooking contest? Mesdames et messieurs. Welcome one and all to the Hotel de Board and to this most exciting of cooking contests. Savanna, I brought the original copy of the codex you asked for. Monica? In the interest of fairness, the contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. Once the dishes are complete, they will be sent to the back of the kitchen, where they will each receive a label. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a final verdict. This is to ensure that no one will know which dish was made by which contestant. As one of the judges, I promise to be fair and impartial. When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I never thought this is how they make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a pretty sweet deal. Well, you've got this guy who has no idea about food. He admitted it. He said his palate is unrefined. And we've got the food critic, and then we have the boss. Seems legit. I mean, that guy's having the best day ever. Both contestants have taken their positions, then without further ado, let the Hotel de Board cooking contest commence. I guess you've also got to hope they look identical, because if you can see them cooking, you might know whose is whose. Okay. Use a minimum amount of flavorings to achieve a balance. Layer 1. You don't pronounce the S in mesdames. Mesdames. You could be wrong though. Monsieur. Monsieur. Madame. It's just because I was imagining it to be spelled like madames. But it was madame. It threw me off. I don't know if that was a spelling thing or genuinely how it was meant to be. Maybe that's another pronunciation and I didn't get it. Who knows? Okay, make some gâteau de board using Escoffier's patented precision cooking. Fill the flavoring process to the seasoning table after putting flavorings to the cutting board and cold press. Use the contraction of mesdames. Yes, in which case it would be mesdames. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Monica, Kaiko, it's time, let's do this. Alphonse, just fine, get to work, do not disappoint me. Oh, okay, we need to get some. As like our two head chefs are raring to go, like an oven on full blast, this competition is quickly heating up. Okay, oh, we should probably do some cold pressing. Should be enough flavorings, hurry up and balance the flavors. Okay, so we've got, 5 and 1. There we go. Easy peasy. Flavor balancing complete. Come on, Escoffier, come on, Kaiko. This guy's so excited. The lady's being like very, very fair because she's a food critic, and the guy in the middle is having an okay time. Okay, make the next layer of cake. Wow, so descriptive. Okay, we're gonna need at least 2 servings of fruity flavoring, at least 1 serving of floral stuff. Okay, well, let's grab some of these, and then let's grab one of these. Okay, and then let's go like this. Okay. We can use a 6 and a... Oh no, we need 2. 4, 2, and 4 should do it. Alphonse, something. Okay, so 4, 2, and 2. Flavor balancing complete. I don't know if we actually have to be quick, but I was just panicking. So, what do you think? This guy looks so ready to eat cake. Make the last layer. Okay. Okay, well let's grab some of these, and then Escoffier is ready on the final stage of the recipe. Let's check on Savanna's progress. I think this flavor profile is still a little bit off. Okay, we've got to add at least 2. So if we do this, and then this, and then we've got to add at least 2 of those. Oh yeah, okay, this is fine. Like this, and then like this. I wonder if you can like leave and come back if you have to get more fruit. That's such a tiny layer. You can't match Escoffier's talent. This guy. He's got such a vocal like face. Vocal face, he's got a very expressive face. I present to you Gâteau de board. Use my elemental burst to complete the cake. Ooh, it's decorated. Ooh, that looks pretty. That does look pretty. That was perfect. We were like a flock of snow-winged geese, completely in sync, working gracefully and elegantly together. Great work, team. Time's up. Contestants, please take your dishes to the back. Huh? That guy was right. You really can't tell who's just by looking at them. We both made the same dish after all. For all her flaws, Savanna's a talented chef who earns my recommendation for good reason. She wouldn't screw up something as elementary as the cake's appearance. Whoa, this is really rather good. He's gonna say that about both cakes though, right? Wonderfully soft and fluffy, beautifully sweet. This is a masterclass in how to make gâteau de board. I gave this one at least 9.9 out of 10. But what about the second cake? Only because there's something about the flavour of the base, it's just a little different from the recipe I'm used to. Huh? Really? I couldn't tell. Shh. Alright, on to gâteau number 2. I haven't had a single bite and already this aroma is a delight to the senses. I have a feeling the gâteau will be a gâteau for the ages. How exciting! I'm gonna dig in. Huh. I think maybe someone got a little carried away when they were adding the sugar. Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too. This is all over the place. Who made this? It appears the decision is unanimous. This gâteau is far below the standard we would expect. Even the random guy thinks so. That's weird. Phew, and Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save her life. Wait. I'm assuming ours was the winning cake, right? Because what if ours was the bad one? We don't know that yet. Do we? Phew, and Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save her life. Maybe it's because of poor teamwork. She spent half the time just berating her staff. Maybe it's teamwork? Something's not right here. Savanna may not be perfect, but no way is she this sloppy. Did her team sabotage her? If they were really angry, they could do. I can now declare the creator of the first gâteau has won this cooking contest. Now all that remains is to turn the plate over and reveal the chef's name underneath. What? It's Savanna? There's no way we made that bad of a cake. No, that's impossible. Hey, Savanna, you cheated, didn't you? You cheater. What did you do? Oh, you saw the plates, didn't you? Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went from the oven to the judge's table without me ever laying a finger on them, and everyone here can attest to that. It was Vanny Gem's staff who labelled them in the kitchen. If you're looking to accuse someone, why don't you start with them? Isn't it more likely that Escoffia lost her edge? Or maybe one of her assistants let her team down? You take that back. Judges, we demand a rematch. Monica! Monica! Monica, what did you do? That's enough. What's done is done. As head chef, or rather as team lead, I take responsibility for the dish I served. Whatever went wrong and however it happened, I should have spotted it. Savanna, I didn't think you'd stoop this low just to beat me in a bake-off. What happened to your chef's pride? I don't know what you're talking about. If you want the codex to board that much, you can have it. Escoffia, no! But you must promise me that you'll apologize to Furman and compensate him for everything you put him through. It's a little late to be negotiating terms. The contest is over and I won. That means you owe me the codex and I owe you nothing. Look, Savanna, you may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? What I'm offering is to accept defeat without looking to expose what you've done. Monica was a plant. We should have taken the kid. But only on the condition that you promise to stop putting so much pressure on your stuff. Fine, I'll treat this as your final handover of duties from one head chef to the next. So will that be all, ex-head chef, or is there any other unfinished business you'd like to leave in my hands? I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss, just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend. But I don't know if you're even open to input from other people anymore. I know what I'm doing, I don't need your advice. Alright, fine, I'm glad to hear it. Monica! Monica, what did you do? Ah, Escoffia! The codex is aboard, finally, now at long last, I will succeed. Escoffia, how could you let her get away with this? Yeah, the codex is a souvenir of your time here. Doesn't that mean anything to you? It's alright, it was just a bake-off, not the end of the world. I'm already over it. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate Furman. That's mission accomplished for the Spina. Honestly, if I'd known that giving her the codex would solve everything, I'd have just done that in the first place. I mean, why bother with that whole cooking contest? It's such a waste of time and energy. But Escoffia? I'm sure she's devastated, but what's done is done. Oh, privately, I'm sure she's devastated. No, this doesn't make any sense. That's it. No secrets, no nothing. I don't believe it. This can't be happening. Oh. Uh-oh. Chef Savanna. Savanna? Savanna passes out after reading through the original codex. It's nothing life-threatening, just a little pent-up stress and exhaustion. A lot of. I knew it. Pent-up stress, huh? The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us, the person she puts the most pressure on is herself. Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours, but for her, it's every night. She'll hide herself away in the kitchen working on new techniques and recipes and only realizes how long she's been at it when we come to work the following morning. But why? Why would she do that? Our best guess is she doesn't want to be seen as less of a chef than Escoffia. And there it is. Even so, there's no excuse for taking her anger out on the rest of you. Yeah, and it's definitely no excuse for cheating in the cooking contest. About that, we honestly have no idea how she did it. We were focused on our own work the whole time, like she asked. Leon and Argalia were the ones I asked tasked with labelling the cakes. I've already spoken to them both, so they're at a loss to explain it too. Not to worry, come on, join me downstairs. I'll interrogate the guilty Gato myself. It was definitely Monica, but why? Why would Monica do that? What? Why would she do that? Well, how is it? Have you figured out what it was? This is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat wet cement than this. Is it really that bad? I made sure to taste test it before it was served. Relax, this isn't your cake. Savanna never switched the plates. The offending flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base, which means someone tampered with it while it was being made. Or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst. Monica! What? I thought you were our buddy. I'm sorry, I was forced into it. It was Chef Savanna. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would. Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat, and if I wanted retribution, I would have brought this up when the results were announced. Whatever's going on with you, just spill the beans. There's no need to hide it. I was the one who caused the food safety incident that one time. Oh. Food safety? Wait, you mean the limonene incident? So you procured the contaminated ingredients? I think so. Savanna and I were on procurement that day. I didn't check everything as well as I should have, and so I let contaminated ingredients make it into the kitchen. But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea there was an issue with them, and I didn't know it would end up with Escoffia going to jail. And why did you think this would solve it? But the last thing I expected was for Savanna to use it as leverage to blackmail me with. You said you were both on procurement. How do you know Savanna didn't do it? This is crazy. So Savanna pressured you into sabotaging Escoffia's cake by threatening to expose your secret if you didn't? I know it's terrible. I'm so sorry. I was so scared. Thought of Chef Escoffia finding out I put her in jail. It made me freeze up with fear. I thought Escoffia would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow this ended up in me doing something even worse. Seriously, all this fuss over a little slip-up? Huh? Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my stint at the fortress, and now I'm out. Secondly, I had my own reasons for leaving the hotel to board. This wasn't the only factor. So you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or anything like that, any more than you need to add butter when you're pan-searing for a bra. You mean you forgive me? Oh well, I'm not saying you don't have to take responsibility for your mistakes. You should tell Manager to mark down your performance for the past few months, then do some digging and find out exactly where those contaminated ingredients came from. Sure, they've made mistakes, but now's the time to fix them. Understood? Understood. Good, now back to Savanna. What about the original codex would compel her to resort to blackmail? I have my suspicions, not that I've got any proof to back them up, though. What happened to me? I've overheard some customers murmuring about the hotel to board. Hasn't been the same since Escoffia left. They think our menu doesn't taste like it used to, especially our signature items. You mean Gâteau de Board? Now that you mention it, I noticed it during the contest too. I could have put my finger on it, but the flavour seems subtly different from how it used to be. The differences were so small, I'm sure no one would notice it besides our most loyal customers and true dessert connoisseurs. Still, as head chef, it's easy to see why Savanna would get hung up on it. So many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over again, late into the night, determined to match Escoffia's version, but something's always slightly off every time. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Never really gave it much thought, though. Thinking back on it now, it's clear Savanna's been in a downward spiral ever since Escoffia left. She wants to prove that she can fill Escoffia's shoes, that's gotta be the reason. But after countless setbacks, she's getting more and more unhinged. And at some point along the way, she switched from doubting herself to doubting Escoffia. Doubting Escoffia? For what? She thought the codex from Escoffia was a fake. Yeah, it would explain why she was bent on getting the original at any cost. She must have thought Escoffia purposefully omitted key details from her recipes when she copied them out. Or so she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine, the only one privy to all the secrets of the trade. Oh, for goodness sake, what a stupid idea. Of course, then she finally got the codex, only to discover the secret recipes she's been pining for don't exist at all. Seeing how utterly wrong she was must have been a real shock to the system. It's probably brought everything up at once. It overwhelmed her and she passed out. There's still one thing that doesn't make sense though. If Savanna had the real recipe all along, how come it tasted different? She might not be on the same level as Escoffia, but surely after like 50 attempts she'd get it right one of those times. You'd think so, but geniuses like Escoffia are in a league of their own. Ugh. She's keeping the true recipe to herself. New head chef, you say? What's her name? I don't think I've ever heard of her before. I wonder, can the hotel board keep its edge without a scoffy at the helm? It tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something? Ah! Get your hands on the codex, no matter what it takes. Take this as a copy of the codex board. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it, then you can do it. Even if you don't believe in yourself, at least believe in me. Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm gone, the restaurant is all yours. So you let the Lumiline into the kitchen. All this time I've been blaming other people, but maybe I'm the problem. Ooh. I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savanna's awake now, but I don't think she's ready to speak to anyone yet. Let's give her the day to calm down. I'm sure you'll have the chance to talk everything out tomorrow. In that case, I'll go and update Furman and his family. I wonder what it'll make of all this. Okay, Kaiko, we'll come back tomorrow then. Sure, let's go. Phew, that was a long day. I think I've earned myself a sweet treat when I get back home. Ooh, nice. Macarons? Or are you gonna switch it up this time? What is it, Escoffia? Kaiko, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose? Not a whole lot. Every year they migrate long distances in search of a suitable home. There's always one goose at the front whose job it is to lead the flock. Montaigne poets often use the image of that goose to explore the ideas about leadership and genius. They usually imagine someone who's cut above the rest, a model of perfection. But what those poets don't know is that during a migration the lead goose is always changing. Once the lead goose shows sign of fatigue, it retreats to the back of the flock and allows another goose to take its place. The truth is that leadership, with all the responsibilities and pressures that come with it, is something that everyone takes turns at. But we humans completely miss this fact when we project our own ideas about social hierarchies onto them. Is this about you and Savanna? I guess what I'm saying is I don't buy into the notion that there's some sort of gulf between normal and genius. Cooking is a science, not magic. Given the same ingredients, same recipe, and same environment, I see no reason why two different people shouldn't be able to create the exact same dish. Of course, some people have a more sensitive palate than others, and some people are just born bolder or more conscientious. But these are all variables that can be accounted for with time and practice. I'd have no reason to expect so much from others if I believe that perfection can only come from the hands of a genius. The only reason I hold people to high standards is because, well, I believe they're capable of greatness. I don't know if you're right, but I think that's a great thing to believe in. I think that's a great thing to believe in. Okay, I've made up my mind, Kaiko. I'm going to get to the bottom of why Savanna failed. And come tomorrow, I'll give her the scolding of her life, pointing out all the mistakes she's made along the way. Then she'll finally see the error of her ways. Thank you for your words of encouragement. I'm going to head to the Hotel de Bord to spend the night investigating. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Genius. Calling someone a genius is just their way of saying I'm too lazy to figure out how I need to improve. It's a defeatist attitude and I won't stand for it. Okay, I'm going to see whether or not Navia is chilling in the food cendre. She might be with Paimon eating macarons. And with Furman. Maybe not, but there's a small chance that that's where they'll be. No, they are not here. Okay, let's wait until the next morning. There we go. And then we can go and investigate. But yeah, I wonder what happened. I'm still so upset about Monica. I can't believe Monica did that. So rude. Why are we here so early? Our meeting with Van Gem isn't for a while. I wanted to check on Escoffia. Huh? Check on her? Why? What happened? Ugh. Oh no, Escoffia, are you alright? How many cakes did she make? I'm fine, you need to get some more coffee in me. You really did pull an all-nighter then? Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all? Let me get you a fresh one. For now, you should get some rest. Alright, thanks, I appreciate it. Oh no. Well, there's cooking facilities here, or we could just grab a cup of coffee from Cafe du Test. Either way, hurry! Either buy a coffee or submit a dish containing coffee beans. Coffee, you need coffee. Ooh. Pastry and coffee combo. Ooh, a croissant. I'm kind of tempted to give her this one because I think this one's from Sumeru and it'll be different. Like this one's from Fontaine. That's a croissant. She can have a croissant. Or we can give her a Sumeru dish that she won't be expecting. Or we can go and buy her a coffee. I kind of want to know what happens if we go and buy her a coffee, so let's go buy her a coffee. Because I feel like there's got to be some dialogue there. That's probably the more like interesting option. So let's go buy her a coffee. And then we can decide if we want to give it to her or we can give her the Sumeru dish. We can buy the coffee and then we can keep the coffee. Hello, my friend. Hello, what can I get for you? I need coffee, stat. Sure thing, here, let's go. So go, please, I'm grabbing it for a friend. Oh, I see, first cup of the season, huh? Yeah, I get it, young people these days do love their little surprises. Not convinced we're on the same page here, but I'm here, not here to chat. Let's get this coffee to Escoffia. I have no idea what this guy was on about. Okay, goodbye. Okay, let's try and give her some coffee. Coffee procured exclusively for Cafe du Test. Only after shopping sensors, make sure to bring it to Escoffia. No, I still want to give her this. Give her some snacks. A strong bit of coffee beans transformed through expert brewing and balanced perfectly with rich, creamy steamed milk. Wonderful. Phew, I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Kaiko and Paimon. Glad to hear it, but make sure to catch up on your sleep when you get the chance. How goes the investigation? I think I figured out where the problem lies. Honestly, it's ridiculous. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Wait, what investigation? What are you guys talking about? I'll save it for when everyone else gets here. It's so stupidly small, I can't believe it caused so much drama. And yet look at this kitchen. Seems like you had your own share of failed experiments last night. Yes, of course, my failures are stepping stones to success. Escoffia, have you seen Savanna? No, not since yesterday. Why? What's wrong? After seeing her home yesterday, we were a little concerned about how she was doing, so I dropped by her place early this morning to check on her. Only to find an empty house with the doors wide open. I left Alphonse and the others to keep watch of her house while I checked the hotel de board. I'm worried something bad might have happened. If she's not here, then where could she be? Boss, Escoffia, bad news. Alphonse, you were supposed to keep watching Savanna's house. We were, but then just after you left, we found this stuff in her house. Oh, looks like a map with a bunch of random places circled. What does it mean? Wait a second, it feels familiar. I'm sure these places are all connected somehow. Ah, of course, from the Codex. There were places that Modeste explored on his adventures. Modeste, the founder of the Hotel de Board? Yeah, but I don't understand. The adventure logs in the Codex are too fragmented to be of any use. How come this map shows all the missing details? The Codex de Board, this place marked in red out at sea, could that be the fabled birthplace of Gateau de Board? Seriously? So now she's set her sights on finding the original recipe and beating Escoffia that way? Geez, Savanna, anything to overcome a Gateau plateau, huh? Ugh, idiot, does she have a death wish? Those ruins are thousands of years old. Hold on, there's more. Besides the map, we also found these letters. A letter received several months ago. It was you who let the Lumiline through, didn't you? I know you were responsible for purchasing problematic ingredients that day. What would your good friend think? I wonder if she learned that she suffered on account of your negligence. What would the people in the hotel think? So I imagine you'd like to keep this a secret from Escoffia, wouldn't you, head chef Savanna? She blamed Monica too! So rude. Letter was received several weeks ago. Retrieve the real codex by any means necessary. That's where the real treasures can be found. And you gave it away like a fool. Well then, you're going to get it back. Whether in a bet or by force, it doesn't matter. Oh, I know. Don't you have that cooking showdown of yours? If you don't think you can win, why? You simply need to have your opponent lose. I imagine that assistance of yours might come in handy in that regard. Letter received not long ago. What are you dawdling for? She was the one who concealed the secret recipe in the first place. Who else do you think? Why else do you think you've never been able to recreate her work? She's afraid you'll outshine her. What do you imagine everyone says about you, both within and beyond the hotel walls? Ordinary, they call you. Untalented, a hack, a failure who never surpasses Scoffia. And you know whose fault that is? That's right, it's hers. She's no saint, never has been, so why hesitate? It was you who let the Lumiline through, didn't you? Sounds like a threat letter. Does that mean that Savanna was responsible for the safety incident and not Monica after all? Retrieve the codex by any means necessary. The cooking contest and the cheating, someone else was behind her pulling the strings? She's keeping the true recipe to herself. Ugh, this is all such a mess. How many needs a second to process this? First we thought Savanna forced Monica to cheat in the cooking contest, but now it turns out someone else forced Savanna to force Monica to cheat. So did Savanna blackmail Monica? Or is it the other way around? Oh? Meanwhile, someone deep beneath the sea. You're finally here. Of course, I should have put two and two together as soon as I read your threat letter. The food safety incident, the demand for a cooking contest, the instructions to blackmail Monica. Is it Monica? Even the suggestion that Escoffia was keeping secrets from me? It was all part of your grand plan, wasn't it, Monica? I'm so confused. Why Monica? Monica! I'm so confused. What? Why? What is Monica doing? And why is Monica doing things? Are we gonna have to fight Monica? We should be getting close to the spot marked on the map. Yeah, stupid things she's done. This really takes the cake. The moment we find her, I'm going to curse the living daylights out of her. I'm so genuine. Like, Monica? I was following along up until this point. Now I'm just confused. Okay, in we go. Let's just go in. It'll be fine. Tiny team's all we really need. I'm probably gonna get a Scoffia too. Okay. I'm still so confused. Why Monica? Also, this feels like the place in that other island, Petrichor. That little harp reminds me of that. Whoa, this place looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it? Suddenly the idea of an adventure chef finding secret ingredients makes a whole lot more sense. I think Modest Codex mentioned this place, a public bath from the time of Rumeria. Yes! That's why it looks familiar. So yeah, definitely the kind of place that would have served food and drinks. Ooh! Huh? Some other beasts have come to join the party. How did they get here? Aw, they ran off. Guess they're not used to seeing humans. Let's head further in. That could be easier said than done. Something's blocking the entrance. Well, did Modest mention it in his adventure log by any chance? They must have gotten through somehow. Good point. Yes, that's right. It's coming back to me now. We prepared a banquet for our shy little guests, and as the food flowed away on the current, they broke into joyous chorus, and the path opened up for us. We have to feed the bubble beasts? With what? There's nothing here besides rocks, or maritime flowers, and lumitol. I see, that's what. This is why you should always bring snacks. You never know when you're going to need them. Now we have to head all the way back to shore and grab some. There's no time for that. Maritime flowers and lumitol will have to do. They may not look appetizing to us, but who knows? They could be Bumblebee's delicacies. Wait, we're seriously going to try this? We collect the maritime flowers and lumitols in the surrounding area. Okay, I guess we gotta do that. Grab some. And then is this? Are the lumitols like the... Are they starfish? Okay, we need 4 plants. Okay, no. We're gonna need 5, 2, and then 3. There we go. Whether these or not, are we sure this stuff is edible? Trust me, they'll love it. Or pertinently, how do we actually feed it to them? Good question. If we try to put it on the pool, they'll probably just scare them off again, and who knows how long they'll be gone. We can't afford to wait for them to double back. What was it that Modest said again? Something about the food flowing away on the current? I wonder if this goes anywhere. Okay, this is a fake pool. Can I go and talk to them? Oh no, be careful, scare them off too much, they might not come back again. Okay, well let's send one. Little Beast happily scarfs down the food. If you're not mistaken, it seems to have become an even bubblier beast. Wow, it's really singing. It must taste better than Paimon thought. Okay, now we're gonna need some fruits. And I'm gonna need one of these. The tracks trend back again. Ugh, so annoying. Oh, it's okay. We have 6. You can just go like this. Okay, let's try this again. Rotate. And rotate again. And then send the food. Nobody's happy scarfs on the food. It may be imagination, but the verb just now sounds like a thank you. Hey, it's open! Oh, chest. Need to grab that. Okay. In we go. These are non-smashable vases. Some time ago. Phew, hey, give me your water. Here. I said your water, the one you just drank out of. Sure. All the years slaving away under Escoffia, and then you. Today it's finally paying off. Not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I also get to boss you around like my little lapdog. Hey, you go scout ahead for me. If we do some more blast tunneling, I want to know where to lay the explosives. If you don't hear me, get going. Why don't you do it yourself? Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter. That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident. I swear, if I'd known what you were planning, I'd never have. Don't be so self-righteous. Admit it, you've always been jealous of Escoffia. That's why you lapped up everything I told you. You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way her reputation hung over you. So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain, that she deliberately hid her secret recipes from you just to hold you back. It was the only excuse you needed to justify getting back at her. First, idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli and my ancestor. Ah, there we go. He offered Modeste his friendship only to murder him out of vanity. He promised to explore the world with him only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found this place. You have no idea the countless hours I spent piecing it all together. So you see, you're no better than Savelli. If you can't beat him, betray him, right? I am no Savelli, nor will I ever be. Put a lid on it. You really think you can absolve yourself of your vindictive and jealous behaviour now, just because you finally realised that Escoffia never kept any secrets from you? Didn't show any remorse when she left or in the cooking contest. Why start now? You have no right to redemption. You're right, I don't deserve her forgiveness, but I am done being bullied into submission by you. Oh, feisty. At least you watch your tone. Talking to me like that could get you in big trouble. I somehow doubt that since I poisoned both our water bottles. Oh. What? Ever since I learned the truth, I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You played me like a fiddle for so long, and now this is payback. But you drank it too. It's what we both deserve. This is the price you pay for betraying Escoffia. You'll die here with me, Monica. Oh. You. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I have no idea if she did or didn't poison it, but this is interesting. What's so funny? Ah, you're too much. I thought I'd play along for a bit just to amuse myself. You gave a very rousing performance. I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in these bottles, just clean, fresh water. No. Revenge is the dish best served cold, you know? Did you really think your half-baked plot would fool me? You're a lousy chef, and you make a lousy villain too. A complete waste of space. No wonder you never amounted to anything. Everything I ever did was a failure, and now I failed again for the last time. Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You get a good laugh out of me, huh? But now the show's over. You should have just done what I asked, Savanna. All I wanted to do was scout the ruins for me, but you had your chance, and now it's time to say goodbye. Stop right there. Let her go, Monica. We've got you surrounded. Escoffia? Looks like I'll have to keep you around a little longer. You can't. Stay back if you want her alive. Escoffia and Kaiko, I can't take both of you in combat, but if you so much as flinch, I can end Savanna's life in a heartbeat. Monica, what are you hoping to achieve by this? You're about to commit murder, and for what? A recipe? A recipe, huh? You chefs are all blinded by your myopic focus on kitchen affairs. Well, some of us actually have bigger fish to fry. Modeste had a secret, the truth behind a so-called genius, the je ne sais quoi, factored in Gâteau de Board, and it's right here in these ruins. Are you serious? You're here because of a Gâteau de Board obsession? You've gone completely mad. I couldn't care less about the cake itself. No, the real treasure is the secret ingredient that Modeste sourced from these ruins. He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of Remeria is in the palms of their hands, and they thought, oh, this would go great in our cake mix. We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's no cooking ingredient, it's a groundbreaking drug. That's right, I've done my research. It was a drug that Remeria developed for their war machine. I could make a killing by selling it to the treasure hoarders or the Fatui. Will you listen to yourself? You're complete delusional. My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on the treasure. You'll see what a fool you've been. Wait, what's that sound? Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier, she's lucky the whole place didn't collapse. Since she escaped the commotion, let's find another route and go after her. Uh-oh, Savanna's gone too. Monica must have taken her. No, what a coward. She's only taking her hostage because she knows that she's no match for you. Well, there is one piece of good news. At least Savanna is safe for now. That's true. Even if she finds the treasure, she needs Savanna alive if she wants to get out of here in one piece. I think you're right. Well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route. I cannot believe her grand plan is to find a drug and hand it to the treasure hoarders or the Fatui. It looks pretty deep here, maybe it leads somewhere. But I cannot believe that is her big plan. Like, really? She's trying to become a drug lord. And that's her entire plan. Find a drug, and she's assuming that is in fact the secret ingredient that was in the cakes. And she just wants to sell it. I mean, if it works, but also, like, I bet it's that same Lumiline or whatever that they were already using, and that was why they got in trouble in the first place. So dramatic. Okay, well, let's take this. We need these guys. Oh no, like this. Oop. Explode. Okay. Down we go. Well, they don't drop anything. That's really sad. What can they do? No, they don't. Oh, that's annoying. Because I need more of those, always. Look at the chest, though. We will be taking that. Oh yeah, this is definitely a Rumarian ruin. Ooh. Ah, golems! How are they still mobile? They were probably awakened by the explosion just now. Alright, knife skills 101, time for some rough chopping. Okay. Now we go up here. Ooh. Very legible engraving. Following the exalted Harmost order and in accordance with our Sebastos' most sacred, most benevolent temper, we establish here a blank as condolences for the naturalized barbarian soldiers, savages that may have been, but they were also warriors. With the secret treasure granted graciously, the warriors' bodily desires are satisfied, they may fight on with hundredfold bravery. Okay. Oh, are we gonna have to feed the lava beasts again? Another door. Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests. Place the ingredients you collected on the table. What is this? I need better. Ah, okay. 3, 3, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's good enough. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that's how it works. Okay. We can go like this, and then we should be able to go like this. And let's see. They're in the back too. So we need to make sure that this is pointing that way. And then we can release the food. That should do the first one. Be careful, scare them off too much, they might not come back again. The beast wakes up, glumps over, and happily gobbles up the food in one go. Seems to really like the texture of maritime flowers. Okay. Oh, I'm in the water. So we need 3 these things. 4. Okay. 4 and 2. It's fine. Okay, that's not enough. Nope, okay. Toads again. Nope. 3. Oh, we can 3. Perfect. We can just use this. Okay, so now we want to make sure that this links up the correct way, and that this links up the correct way. And then we can release the food. Why is it not? What are you on about? Hello? Trying to deliver the... I already did that. Oh, okay, maybe I need to... Okay, now it should work? No, do not! Why is it like this? Okay. Okay. You know, I think we need to wait for it to do it. Okay, wait for them both to move back. Okay, so. Okay, go like this. Go like this again. And then go like this. And then release the food. There we go. Ooh, we've attracted some queue jumpers, apparently. But no, we do not want this. We do not want this. We do not want this. That it? Lovey's attack the food with a frosty that puts even Paimon to shame. Anybody you could process Libby's hole like that? Alright, I've got to jot this down. Women's holes and maritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world. Yep, this is the plan. Wait, hold on, which door are you talking about? That's strange, sort of like Romarian to me, more like last century Fontaine. They don't look that one either. Could they have been left by previous adventurers? Adventurers from last century Fontaine? Modest and Savelli, do you think they camped here? By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They ventured together, but maybe one of them came back alone at a later date. There's somebody around. They may have left a journal or something. You really think so? Trust that adventurer's instincts. We're pros at this stuff, just like you're a pro in the kitchen. Well, I'm a pro at least. Okay, well, Kaiko has more adventure experience overall. The Kaiko has more adventure experience overall, but Pine was definitely a pro ramager from all of these treasure chests. And bingo, found it. Darn it, Pine was just about to show off her rummaging skills. No kidding, are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes and I'm cooking as well, but I thought that was just me. Anyway, let's find out who was here. It's been years since I last visited these ruins. It's exactly the way I remember it. This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly, up above on dry land, everything has changed. The treasure of Remeria, that's what we used to call it. Modeste was right about its potential. It turned Gâteau de Bourg into a national sensation. Unlimited stock of the substance meant that the gâteau could only be produced on a small scale, but this only drove up the popularity all the more. Modeste was right about that too. He predicted all of it. He was praised as the genius, while I, as the one person who never ever disagreed with him, was labelled a talentless fool. Modeste tried his best to console me, but I knew better than anyone just how great the gulf was between us. Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his own. Why invite further disdain by inserting myself where I did not belong? I told myself maybe one day when I finally created a masterpiece of my own, I would be able to face him without shame. Or maybe one day when I put these feelings of shame, self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him with a smile on my face, how about we go on one more adventure for old time's sake? Unfortunately, that day will never come. So it was Savelli. From the sounds of it, he came back after Modeste had already died. I always thought it was just a legend, but if it's true, then this must be the place where they found the secret ingredient, the birthplace of Gâteau de Bourg. In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste? If it's all true, maybe Savelli really did have something to do with it? Let's keep reading. The days of Gâteau de Bourg has changed. Modeste was convinced of this, even though everyone swore that they couldn't tell. Being the perfectionist that he was, he refused to accept even the slightest flaw in his work. He stopped all sales of the product, locked himself away in the kitchen, and worked day and night vowing to find out where he had gone wrong. But as he baked taste tested over and over again, he found he only strayed further and further from the original taste. It was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness that the truth finally dawned on him. What had changed was not the gâteau, but his sense of taste. The treasure of Remeria stimulates the senses, taste included, and invigorates the spirit. In the short term, it offers people the ultimate gourmet experience. In the long term, it dulls their senses entirely. In hindsight, it made perfect sense. After all, why would a culture that sought liberation from the constraints of their bodies care for the loss of their senses? But we realized it too late. We were just too late. Over the course of his many culinary experiments, Modeste exhausted the remaining supply of the treasure of Remeria. He consumed it all himself. The finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again. Finally, in despair, he took his own life. And because we had become estranged, I could not be there to stop him, to offer some words of comfort, or even to say goodbye. Yet, despite everything, he sent me his final letter. The treasure of Remeria. Oh, the treasure of Remeria. Guess Monica was actually onto something. It really was a kind of drug. So Modeste chose to end his own life. Then why all the rumours that Savelli murdered him? Also, neither the Codex nor any of the other contemporary records make any mention of the treasure of Remeria. It's almost as if someone deliberately erased it from history. Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was a tale of how even a genius could fail, and how much more devastating it is when it happens. Did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from knowing the truth? Or maybe he wished for me to warn the public about the dangers of Gâteau de Bourg, proving that I had been right all along. If the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from grace would be swift and merciless. One minute a genius, the next a joke. It would surely spell the end for his restaurant too. What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the scorn shown to him by the history books. I cannot let that come to pass. I will do what I must to protect his name. It will mean tampering with his notes to remove the damning evidence, leaving mere fragments of our story behind. It may lead to his family to suspect me of having a hand in his demise, but if that's the price of destroying all evidence of my crimes, then so be it. I'd rather the world believe the tale of genius and jealousy than see his reputation in tatters. The final loose end in the evidence here at the bottom of the sea. Oh no, we've got to stop Monica. What's wrong? Didn't we say Savanna should be safe for now? So we thought, but if Monica finds out what happened to the treasure, there's no telling what she might do. Thanks for watching everyone. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to see me play live, then check out my Twitch channel. You can find me on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 PM GMT. Thanks again and have a great day.